Hi, it's Wesley Rocha, founder and CEO of LinkU and creator of Link University. And I am here today to share with you the launch of our new blog and video series for LinkU TV. Everything about online marketing and how to get more exposure and traffic to your website or social media page or anything really online, and how to take that traffic, turn it into leads, and then eventually turn those into clients for your business. So again, I'm so excited that you're here and you're joining us for our first video as part of the series that we expect to do every single week, delivering you really awesome tools and tips and content and everything else. So I do hope that you will continue to watch and join us so that you can learn these things that we want to share with you. Basically, what we've done is we've taken the most common questions that we get from our clients and turned them into answers for you so you could figure out, how do I get more exposure and traffic online? And if you already have some sort of advertising or marketing or anything going, how do you take that to the next level? So the most common questions that we do get is, how do I get more listings for my site? How do I get more exposure to my website? How do I get more traffic? How do I get more leads from my existing online marketing? Where do I start? Do I start with Facebook? Do I start with SEO? Do I create a blog? Do I create a Twitter page, a LinkedIn page, Instagram? Agents or brokers are really being overwhelmed by all these different marketing techniques coming from every direction. Probably day after day, week after week, conference after conference, you're hearing, oh man, that sounds great, I got to do that. And then you hear another thing, oh wow, that sounds great, I got to do that. And in the end, you don't end up really doing anything, or you end up with a lot of half-done projects that never really got off the ground. And the reality is, nobody has time to do it all. Right? You're working, and you have little time already. I know it, and most of you guys are busy. And if you have time, great. You're going to love this because you have a lot of time to watch these videos. But the other thing that we also hear a lot about is the costs involved and how it affects your marketing budget, assuming you have one. If you don't have an advertising and marketing budget, well, then you're going to have to, get in the game and create one, right? So I hope that you're able to do that. But for those of you who do have one, you don't really know if you can afford to do this online marketing stuff, right? And then some of you don't even know how the heck to even do it. You're so kind of used to doing things the way you've been doing them, and a lot of you have been in the game for a long time in real estate, and now the world's changing and going a whole kind of different direction. So a lot of this stuff is very new to you in your business, and you're kind of having to deal with an entirely new era. Some of you have maybe been in business 20, 30 years, and the old things that you used to do just aren't working anymore. Well, the reality is, it's really at a point where you can't ignore it anymore, and I think you know that already, but you need to really understand that you need to know this stuff, at least at the most basic level, so that if you're not only able to do some of that, but you'll be able to grow with that knowledge and then potentially eventually hire someone to do it for you or whatever the case may be. But don't be scared. You have to accept that, hey, I have to learn this. And I know it's technology, and some of you are like, oh, well, I don't know technology and I'm computer illiterate and all that stuff. But you're going to have some kind of understanding. Don't just ignore it all and hope someone comes in to save the day for you. So where do you really start with this? That'd be probably the first thing I would start with when it comes to anything online marketing. And the first thing that you need to know is your outcome. What do you want to get from your online presence? So really, if anyone comes to me and they're ready to start an online presence besides their website or whatever, and they're ready to take the next step, that's what I would ask them, is say, well, what do you expect to get? And the answer I usually get is, well, I want more leads. Okay. Well, that's great, but what kind of leads? Do you want seller leads, buyer leads? Are you trying to recruit agents and whatnot? And usually a lot of you will have an idea of what that is, but then that's it. And is that all you're looking for, are leads? And if you don't get any leads, then everything didn't work and it's worthless. Because let's be realistic, most of the leads that come in for you guys, or in real estate, whether it be in the past or now, aren't people like, hey, I'm ready to sell my house right now. I mean, you get them, but it's not constant. It's usually a timing thing, right? Well, if you just wanted more leads, you got to think about, okay, what are you going to do with them after that? You know, what's your follow-up process look like? Do you have a kind of maybe an email campaign? Do you call them once, twice, whatever, and then that's it? You get busy, you go on to the next one. You really have to think about how are you going to kind of nurture these leads over time. And this isn't the first time I'm sure you've heard that, but there is a follow-up process you should have in place to do that. We're going to cover a lot of those things in these upcoming weeks. And then the other thing is, what are you willing to pay per lead? What is a lead worth to you? What is that contact worth? Whether it be an email address or a name and a phone number, or just their physical address, any of these things. Is there something you could do with that information to try and bring them or send them to the next step in essentially selling or listing their home or buying a home through you? I mean, let's face it, when it comes to, you know, your marketing budget, you can't just do a branding campaign. You have to have something very kind of specific, a specific goal in mind. Second, that I would say the next thing you need to do is just kind of get knowledge in the area. If you, again, are one of those who are just kind of scared of technology and marketing and all this, the Facebooks and the Twitters, and don't even know what the heck that is, I'm just messing, but if you're one of those though, you have to think, okay, I have to learn this stuff. And I urge you that you do have to, because there's so much misconception out there. And a lot of agents and brokers just don't have a clear understanding or a path on how online marketing really works. And again, maybe that's you. Maybe you're one of those people who have heard things, but you're almost kind of purposely avoiding learning that. And some of you are trying to dig in and trying to learn, but you're still just getting overwhelmed by everything there is to do. But at the same time, maybe excited about what there is for you to do. So in the upcoming weeks, we're going to really help you to discover what it really takes to be successful online, and what campaigns that you may have tried that didn't work, like maybe PPC or pay-per-click, AdWords, search engine optimization, Facebook ads, or anything else, and how to turn those around to actually work for you. Because a lot of people actually try those things and fail. So if you failed, that's completely normal, believe it or not. Or if it is working for you, how can you make that 10 times better for you using maybe retargeting strategies or email follow-up strategies and so many other things. So next week, what I want to do actually is cover the most important concept when it comes to marketing online. And this is something that I actually think a lot of people miss. And it's so simple, but a lot of people miss it. And if you just understand this one core strategy, then you're going to be further ahead than a lot of others when it comes to just thinking about and how you think about your online marketing strategy. So anyway, again, don't be intimidated by this stuff. If you are the person who's just like, I don't want to know, I just want it to be done, please, you have to think about how important this is for your business to move it forward. And it's not going to be some college kid, some marketing intern or anything like that that's going to come in and save you. Trust me, I've seen that too many times. Really just people trying, I don't need to do this, I need to do real estate. That's my business. Well, at some point, you had to figure out how to use your MLS software. And at some point, you had to figure out how to create a flyer and how to do an open house and all those traditional marketing methods, right? And then maybe at some point you did outsource it to have someone do it, an assistant or whatever. But the thing is, you understood how it needed to be done and how it worked and what worked. And you were able to do the basics when it came to that. Don't fall behind in technology, because it's only going to get harder and further away. Right now it's pretty easy where you can jump in, take the time and learn it. I'm not saying you have to become an expert or anything like that, but just learn it so you can have a deeper understanding of it. And that's for my technically inclined or deep, whatever it's called, technically challenged people who just feel like they're scared of this. And for those of you who are totally into it and can't wait to dive in, awesome. I can't wait to have you aboard. And I hope you join us each and every week to learn everything there is. And in addition to filling in the gaps, because I know there's so much information out there that you get from a lot of different sources probably, but there's always these gaps. You know, there's gaps in the information of how to actually execute. And hopefully we can close some of those gaps and bring you some actual content that's going to help you to take action. So that's all again for today. This video, I just wanted to welcome you to our new blog and LinkUTV, and one, get you thinking about what is the outcome that you're trying to accomplish with your online marketing, and two, to get you on board with understanding that you need to understand and start learning this stuff. And with that, I'm out of here. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Did you like this video and find it helpful for you and your business? If so, then subscribe and get all our videos weekly at LinkU.tv for more awesome insights, breakthrough strategies, and some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage to help you with your business and your online marketing strategies. Just go to LinkU.tv and click to subscribe.